Good morning, Year 6. Welcome to Thursday's English lesson. Today we're going to look at how and why we use colons and semicolons. By the end of today, I want you to know what a colon or semicolon looks like. I want you to understand why we use them, and I want you to be able to use them yourself. So, here are our Year 6 expectations, and you can see that a colon and a dash are up in the top left, and then semicolons are in the bottom left. Colons and dashes. Colons and dashes both add detail and sum up a phrase or clause. A colon is more formal than a dash. There are only two options: fight or run. There was no escape. The door was locked. You can see there is a main clause at the start of each sentence. They make sense on their own. They're given in black. The additional information is in green, and that follows the punctuation. So, a colon is used to add detail, separating additional information from the main clause, and a main clause must make sense on its own. A colon can be used to introduce a list, but there must be a main clause before it. Here's an example. Ice cream requires 3 main ingredients. That makes sense on its own. The additional information is then following the colon: milk, cream, and sugar. Here are an Allen Peet sentence type that you could try and use in your own work. So this is a DD sentence, and it uses a colon. The main clause is given in green, and the additional information is given in purple. The vampire is a dreadful creature. Makes sense on its own. It is a main clause. We explain it with detail. It kills by sucking all the blood from its victims. Snails are slow. That makes sense on its own. They take hours to move the shortest of distances. There's our additional information. So, where would the colon go in the following sentences? Ben enjoyed a number of different sports: rugby, football, and cricket. The room was a disgrace: smashed mirrors, a scorched carpet, and broken furniture. Think about where the first part that makes sense on its own ends. And there they go. Ben enjoyed a number of different sports. That makes sense on its own, and the additional information comes after the colon. The room was a disgrace. Makes sense on its own. The additional information follows the colon. Could you create a DD sentence for this picture? Pause the video and have a go. So, semicolons. Semicolons link related independent clauses. They often replace a coordinating conjunction. I ordered a drink and my friend asked for a burger. I ordered a drink, semicolon, my friend asked for a burger. Very simple. Replaces the coordinating conjunction. So semicolons can be used in an extended list. And this is used when the items have been described in more detail. It can also be used in order to separate two main clauses. Jane invited 3 children to her birthday. Colon, we're introducing the list. Harriet, who she knew from brownies. Aisha, who lived next door to her friend. And Samantha, her little sister. The semicolons break it up because we've given more detail than simply Harriet, Aisha, and Samantha. This is an Allen Peet structure that you could use. Some, others. Some people love football, semicolon, others just can't stand it. Some evacuees had an awful time in World War II. Other evacuees enjoyed it. Have a go at creating a some other sentence for the given subject. It could be reading or the picture. Pause the video and have a go. So, when you've done all that, complete the colon and semicolon activity sheets and then upload your work to Seesaw or Class Dojo.